Can you hear me? I guess it depends on the way you hold. My name is Frank Vidrine.
No, we can't hear you.
Huh?
No, you gotta hold it
You
up.
gotta swallow it.
Like an ice cream cone.
Can you hear me now? No?
He only likes the girls. Wait a second. Oh, okay. Try this one. No, it wasn't like you.
How about now?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
All right. Again, my name is Frank Vidrine. I am a homegrown, bred and fed Parkerite, born and raised. I joined the Army after high school, played 22 years of soldier, infantry. I was a drill sergeant for almost 10 years before I instructed selected NCOs and sergeants to be trained as drill sergeants. And I did a lot of the training, not only just basic training. My platform for the Powell County Sheriff's Department, did I say I spent 26 years with the Powell County Sheriff's Department? Hello? 26 years with the Powell County Sheriff's Department, retired 31st of December 2016. 26 years. Hello? You hear it?
So.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
My platform is communications. Without communications, you have nothing. But along with communications, you got to display an attitude. If you display a poor or an aggressive attitude, you're going to lose contact with that subject. Communications bring on trust, brings on friendship, and you get information with communication. You don't have to be a nasty gram cop. Thank you. You don't have to be a nasty gram cop to try to get information from somebody. If I strike up a friendship with you after several times that you see me patrolling through your residential area or in your business, pretty soon you're going to trust me enough to where you can say, you know what? You know that guy over there, Mike Ross? You might want to check him out. And then later on down the road, you hear about, you know that girl, Sharon Schuler? You know what she's doing? And so with communication, I don't have to say who said. I can go and ask my prof, hey, what do you know about Sharon Schuler? Oh man, let me tell you. So with good communications with the personnel, you find out who you need to go look for. Contact the task force and hopefully make it in a bus or arrest or whatever. But the only way that you can do that is to patrol through the residential areas and in the businesses. Now, 6 months after I retired, I've met so many people. And in stores in Parker, restaurants in Parker, my phone number, because I gave my phone number, I think just about everybody. They would contact me and say, we haven't seen a cop since you retired. Because when I was on duty, time permitted, I went through every nook, cranny, road, alley, every town, every RV park in my district. And I met a whole lot of people. Businesses. You go in and talk to the people that own the business, ask them how everything's going, and then communication, they'll start telling you, this guy does that. You know that girl, Amy? Yep, I'm going to watch her. So understand where the sheriff is coming from, because like I said, for 26 years, I was out on the roads, I was down here. Now that was it, I can't remember the name. But riots down at Diligence Island, chicken ranch down here, had fights down there. So I knew a whole lot of folks. Training. According to the sheriff, he said that we've got best radio, best computers. So at a very low cost, if any cost at all, the officers should be able to do training while on duty. Pull off the side of the road. I'm not against giving citations. Pull off the side of the road, turn the radar on, sit there and read a couple of questions that the sergeants, lieutenants have given you. These are questions that are not a pass or fail. I want to know, what did you know? When I went to the academy a long time ago, they used to call me what if? Because I would ask, well, what if this was to happen? What if this was to happen? What if this is going to happen? Well, you don't know. But it makes you start thinking, or it should make you start thinking, how many different things can happen going from point A to point B on the call? The sheriff said that he has provided cars. That's good. Equipment. That's good. And that they have all these different things. Well, they had those things when I was a cop. So he hadn't incurred anything other than maybe joining county and sheriff administration, which does nothing for the cop. So what he has failed to do is provide traffic through the residential areas, time permitted. There's been times where I got as far as the house and spent 12 hours. Never got out of the city. But time does happen. Things do happen. Training. I want to revitalize the reserve program. When I joined up, my first 6 months was reserve. March of 1989. I was a reserve officer. We had more reserve officers than we had on-duty officers. We had a posse. I was one of the first officers to be with the VIPs, which is down to, what, 3? Search and rescue. The only one I know is on search and rescue was Mrs. Gilbert. Task force. When I was with the task force, we had PPS, Quartzsite, Parker, Sheriff's Department. We never did CRIT to come on board. In my unofficial duties, I officiate all high school sports, all major high school sports, football, basketball, baseball, softball. And I've coached Little League for the last 42 years. So, my name is Frank Vidrine. I want to get the people, the officers back in your residential areas, drive-bys where you know who they are and they know who you are. And I'm going to give the officers 4 months, to be able to tell me every proprietor that owns a business. I want to know your first and last name, because that's what I did. And I knew everybody. I'm not going to remember everybody, but that's not the point. When they walk up to you and they say, "Hi, Mike," you can say, "Hey, bud, how you doing?" And that will happen under my watch as your new sheriff. Frank Vidrine. Thank you very much.